Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a busy executive, a founder, or a high-level manager, I know you spend your days constantly optimizing things. You're refining your team, tweaking your strategy, and streamlining your operations. But today we're going to focus on optimizing something a little closer to home, and honestly, something far more critical to your success. We are going to hack your own internal leadership operating system. We're looking directly at dismantling the software of self-sabotage, and by the end of this, you're going to have the exact tools you need to reclaim your execution speed and seriously boost your leadership productivity.
You're not lazy, you're not broken. Listen, as a high-performing manager, when you catch yourself hesitating on a massive decision, or maybe procrastinating on a major strategic pivot, it is so easy to just beat yourself up. You might look in the mirror and think, man, is there a fundamental flaw in my drive? What's wrong with my work ethic? But our source material today reveals a really profound shift in perspective. Your hesitation isn't a glitch in your character, it's actually just an installed process. You're simply running a program you never consciously chose to install in the first place.
Which brings us to a pretty vital question: what program are you running? Every single leader out there has subconscious programming that's actively dictating exactly how they execute their daily responsibilities. If your default program is to avoid conflict, to maybe delay those really hard emails, or to wait for the absolutely perfect data before making a move, well, that program is running the show, not you. It's quietly, subtly bottlenecking your leadership execution.
Section 1. The Hidden Operating System.
Okay, let's dive into this. We really need to expose the silent mechanisms that are actively working against your productivity and your effectiveness at the top of your organization. Your own mind is working against you, and the scariest part, you probably think it's completely normal. This is kind of the dark truth of executive life, isn't it? We get so busy putting out literal and metaphorical fires that we actually normalize these hidden internal productivity drains. We think being paralyzed by overanalysis, or getting that sudden, unexplainable urge to clear out our inbox right before tackling a massive strategy document is just part of the job. But it's not. It is an active sabotage loop running continuously in the background.
Section 2. Building Evidence Against Yourself.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how this loop functions on a psychological level. Just think about what you believe you're doing during downtime or periods of hesitation. You probably think you're just resting, right? Or waiting for better market conditions, or maybe doing a little harmless doom scrolling to decompress between meetings. But your brain doesn't log that as rest. It logs it as evidence. Evidence that you are someone who doesn't follow through. When you delay that tough conversation with an underperforming director, your brain records a lack of decisiveness. Delaying crucial strategic decisions doesn't just waste time, it literally builds a permanent internal case against your own leadership capability, right from the inside out.
The life you want isn't blocked by circumstance, it's blocked by the version of yourself you keep choosing every morning before you even open your eyes. Now really think about what that means for you as a leader. We absolutely love to blame external corporate hurdles, don't we? We say, the budget's too tight, the board is unyielding, the supply chain is a mess. But the source points out that those aren't the real barriers to the outcomes you want. The ultimate barrier is your own internal daily choice. It's the exact version of yourself you boot up every single morning.
Section 3. The Executive Reboot Strategy.
So how do we actually fix this? Now, what's really interesting about this strategy is how it breaks down the exact steps required to dismantle that self-sabotage right now. And I've got some great news for busy leaders. The solution isn't some massive, expensive 6-month corporate culture initiative. It's a localized, immediate habit replacement strategy. Step 1. Notice the pattern before you react. You've got to catch yourself reaching for your phone instead of writing that pivotal memo. Step 2. Replace one habit today, not 10, okay? Don't try to overhaul your entire morning routine. Just change the very first action you take when you sit down at your desk. And step 3, stop waiting to feel ready. This last step is the absolute linchpin for executive action.
Because, let's be honest, readiness is a lie your comfort zone invented. For founders, executives, and managers, waiting for the perfect time to act is the ultimate executive trap. If you're waiting until you feel 100% ready to launch that new product, restructure that department, or make that risky hire, you're already too late. Readiness is just a comfortable illusion, and it absolutely kills your leadership momentum.
Let's move to Section 4 and see how this builds into becoming an unstoppable leader.
This is the state of transformation, where mastery over these daily micro-habits creates just an unstoppable, compounding momentum in your career and your company. Stop fighting the world and start dismantling yourself. You see, the true unlock for rapid execution doesn't come from achieving absolute perfection or forcing the entire market to bend to your will. It comes from taking apart your own internal barriers.
The leader who masters this doesn't miraculously become perfect. They become unstoppable. Why? Because they finally eliminate the friction within their own operating system.
But here is a quick reality check for you. Most people will watch this explainer. They'll nod their heads, and they'll go right back to sleep. So, the crucial point is this: awareness alone doesn't change leadership outcomes. You can understand your subconscious programming perfectly, but without taking actual action to interrupt those patterns, your team, your company, and your career are simply going to remain exactly where they are.
Which leaves us with one final, undeniable question. Will you? Are you going to be the one to break the cycle? As an executive, your capacity to lead others is entirely, fundamentally dependent on your capacity to lead yourself. So don't be most people. Take apart the software of self-sabotage today, replace that one single habit, and just watch your leadership productivity soar. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go execute.